Hello, my friend. I'm Susie Moore, and today we are talking about how to stop your mind racing in the middle of the night whenever you wake up. Such an important topic. I can absolutely relate. Now, before we begin, remember to hit subscribe if you like these videos and to give that like button some love. It's very important to remember that in the middle of the night, the thoughts that we have aren't thoughts that typically come up during the day. They're completely exaggerated and in many cases absurd. That is because it is dark, right? It is completely dark and there are no distractions. There's no work email. There's no one talking next to us. There's nothing going on to distract us from just all the thoughts that can be on a continuous loop. So here's what you can do to calm that mind of yours to get you back to sleep much faster. The first step is to acknowledge the insanity of a lot of the thoughts that you might be thinking in the middle of the night. You might be thinking about your health or a family or friend's health. You might be thinking about potential accidents. You might be thinking about things that you've done wrong in the past that you might feel guilty about. You might be completely future tripping about things that are extremely unlikely to happen. So the best thing that you can do in those moments is just to acknowledge that what you're thinking about right now is very, very unlikely to happen. And it's just popping up because you're alone and there's nothing to fill your mind in that moment. Step number 2 is to write down what you're thinking and or feeling. Maybe your mind's racing because you've got a great creative idea, and that can be awesome. Good ideas can come to us in those silent moments. So I recommend, instead of heading to your phone and that note section, to have a physical pen and paper by your bedside where you can just jot down a couple of words or a sentence which will trigger you to remember what it is that you want to remember in the morning. This also can work for any worries that you're having. If you need to, you can just sit up for a couple of minutes and write down what you're thinking just to get it out. The mind does need an exit in most cases. And if the thoughts are just, in there on repeat, there's nowhere for them to go. So writing it down really does help. But we do not need that phone light or any seduction into any of our apps. Heck no. Step number 3, and I got this one from Arianna Huffington in her awesome book, The Sleep Revolution. It is to visualize a very calm lake and to take 20 deep breaths, visualizing that lake that's flat as a table with a moon above it. Just the sounds, the silence of it, the calm of it. Now, you can do this for 3 breaths and give up, or you can actually, really take those breaths, count them, 0 to 20, and just visualize and see how your body feels. It's remarkable how this can work if you give it a proper go. Step number 4, and I love this one, it's just to soothe yourself. Sometimes I think that the worst part of not sleeping is actually the fear of not sleeping and worrying about how tired we're going to be versus the lack of sleep itself. It's all of the anxiety about it and what it's going to do for us the next day. So what I like to do in the middle of the night, if I just can't sleep and I'm freaking out about what I have to do the next day and the following night maybe, is I just soothe myself in thinking, maybe I'll get an extra large coffee or 2. Hey, I'll be a little tired, but I'll sleep better tomorrow night. Also, too, in most cases, if you explain to a friend or a coworker, someone you have plans with that evening, that you just haven't slept well and you're tired and that you might be lousy company, people understand. This is very, very common. So don't be afraid to tell the truth. And know there's plenty more sleep in your future. Hope these steps are helpful. Please leave me a comment below and I'll see you there.